Hello everyone, welcome to the second devlog. I know it's been a long time since the first devlog. I have been occupied with making tutorials and doing some game development. So before we start, I just want to say thank you to everyone for their amazing support till now. Alright, so let's see how is the progress of the game lately and what's happening. So this is the notebook that I use to keep track of my daily game development progress, and I also use it for some game design elements. How I like to do it is I write current date and then in which devlog I'm going to cover this part. Okay, so before we begin, I'm just going to recap you with the idea of the game. So the idea of the game is that it's a 2D competitive cooperative battle arena game. That green object you see, it's called relic, and whichever player destroys it first is going to win the match. And it will keep changing its position randomly, and this is where the game is in competitive mode. But the catch of the game is that during the middle of the match, champion of the arena is going to appear, and at this time the relic is going to disappear. Also a lever is going to appear. Now this is where the game goes in cooperative mode, because now player has to play as team to kill the champion. Because if even one player gets killed by champion, then both the players are going to lose the match. So one player has to pull the lever on right timing when the champion is below the skull so that it can smash right into the champion. And once the champion is killed, the game will come back to competitive mode and relic will appear again and fight for relic will continue. So now you understand the idea behind the game. Let's move on to some development stuff. To make the game more fun, we decided to add some enemies on the platform. So I began by creating a basic melee combat enemy. And whenever you add some kind of new enemy or mechanic to the game, it is always better to just test it on a separate scene rather than messing up with your main scene of the game. Now if you are a long time viewer, you know what I like to call this part, hocus pocus stuff, which not all of you will find super interesting to watch, so we are going to get over with it quickly. And after doing the hocus pocus thing, this is what the enemy was doing. So that didn't work, and that's why I made some changes to the colliders, and the result was I kept banging my head against this for long hours and later realized that I forgot to turn on the freeze Z in rotation of rigid body 2D, and that was causing this issue. Well, just a normal day in life of a game developer, right? Have you made silly mistake like this? Let me know your story in the comment section below. Once that was complete, I spent some time setting up the hitbox for the attack. And then came the moment to test whether the attack is getting registered by the player or not. And I'm happy to report that it was working smoothly. As you can see in the console window, every time the enemy was hitting the player, it displays the message that we got hit. So I took the enemy in the main scene to test it, and well, things didn't turn out good. I will just let you enjoy this scene for a while. The enemy was not getting destroyed, and well, good thing is that the fix for this issue was quick and easy. After fixing that, I noticed that we got two more things to fix. First one was that it was not getting destroyed after entering the attack state, and second, that it gets destroyed while walking. Oh, and also, enemy is going to change position at the same time when relic changes its position. Right now, the culture of game development almost does not exist where I live. So during this time, me and my brother, we visited the university from where we graduated to meet Unity's ambassador and some students. We are building this local community of game developer where everyone from professional to beginner can come under one roof and interact with each other. Especially for beginners, this will be a perfect place to get guidance, because I believe when we meet someone in person, then we can better relate to that person. And not only for game developers, but let's say someone wants to get into game industry as a 2D artist or as a 3D artist, then that person can also join the group and get guidance from professionals. And this is our attempt to push game development culture in our area, and we were going to have our first official meetup in March, but provided how the things are all around the world right now, we have postponed it indefinitely. So that's a little update on what we are working on along with working on our own game. And we strongly believe that there should be some group like this everywhere where all local devs can meet up and interact with each other. Now back to development. Here I am working on an audio manager. I use two different tutorials for this and fuse them together. So with this I can call all sound effect and sound in one audio manager and call whichever sound I want just by writing its name. Like here I want to play sound which is named shoot, so I will just call the instance of audio manager and refer to that sound by its name. So after that I started working on some particle system for the game, and any game is incomplete without the particle effects. So I began by creating particle effects for the impact of bullets, and I was not looking to create anything refined for the moment. It was just to give a little more polish to this version of the game, but we are going to refine it even more in the final version of the game. And after that I fired up Photoshop and started working on the alphas for the smoke effect. Since the weapon in the game is a cannon and it shoots fireballs, so I thought it will be perfect if we have smoke coming out when we shoot. And after making some alphas and testing them in Unity, this is what it looks like. It's not really perfect but looks good enough for the time being. So I moved on to making some more alphas in Photoshop so we can test it and see which one works best for this prototype of the game. Also, I would like to mention that we stream live development of this game in our Discord community, along with doing some live interaction with every member. It helps our community to see what is going on behind the scenes of the development and how we do development in-house, and it also helps us to create better connection with everyone. So if that's something you would like to be part of, then you are also invited to the community. The link to the Discord server is in the description below. On a quick side note, just in case you guys are wondering, yes, that's a Gorilla Pod on which I have attached mic to, and I have already ordered a new mic, but because of quarantine I don't know when I will get it. So until that time, this is my workaround. And while we are talking about streaming, I would like to tell you guys that I have also started doing game streaming on weekends on Mixer. So I go live from Friday to Sunday at 9 PM of Indian Standard Time, and you can watch me play different type of indie games and we can have some conversation and have some fun. Currently I have started playing Ori and the Will of the Wisp, so I hope to see you guys there also. One thing I get asked many times is that what do we use to plan, organize and track development of our game. This is homepage of our studio, and I have one similar for this channel also, so I would like to share it with you guys. And we use an application called Notion to keep track of everything. This is a very versatile application and it lets you customize your space according to your requirement. It has calendars, tables, list, Kanban board like Trello and a lot more things. So it does work of multiple apps in a one single application, and I would highly recommend you to try Notion if you are looking for any project management application. So guys, that brings us to the end of this DevLog episode and near to the announcement of 500 plus subscribers celebration. But before I make the announcement, I would like to thank you everyone for your amazing support till now, and I cannot wait for the journey ahead. So without any further ado, let's make the announcement. So to celebrate 500 plus subscribers, I'm giving away a free copy of Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Enter the giveaway. All you have to do is just join the Discord community and head over to Enter Giveaway channel and react to this message. The winners will be announced on 5th April, that is Sunday, during the live stream on Mixer, and the live stream starts at 9 PM Indian Standard Time. So make sure you tune in, and the entry to giveaway ends on 5th April 6 PM in the Indian Standard Time. So that wraps up this devlog, and just before you go, don't forget to subscribe because we got a lot more amazing content on game development coming in future, and make sure you hit the bell icon so that you don't miss that amazing content. So until next time, see you guys and take care and stay safe.